Welcome back to your cooking channel. In today's video, we are cooking authentic paneer masala using simple ingredients that you can easily find in your kitchen shelves. My ma has been making this recipe for years, and trust me, with naan or even plain roti, this paneer masala recipe tastes absolutely amazing. But before we begin, let's gather all the necessary ingredients in one corner so that our cooking process becomes smooth and easy. For this recipe, you will need 2 properly chopped onions, 10 to 12 roasted cashews, and a handful of roasted peanuts. Then you will need 6 to 8 garlic cloves, 1 inch chopped ginger, and 2 to 3 green chilies. As for masalas, you will need 2 tablespoons each of cumin powder, which is jeera powder, coriander powder, which is dhania powder, red chili powder, and turmeric powder, which is haldi powder. If you like, then also add khade masale like 1 or 2 sticks of dalchini, 2 green cardamom, 1 black cardamom, a little bit of black pepper, and jeera. Please check the video description for the complete list of ingredients I have added to this recipe. Once all the ingredients are ready, it's time to make base gravy for our paneer masala recipe. We will start this step by adding all the whole spices we kept ready into a preheated pan. Let them splutter and crackle for about 30 to 40 seconds. If you want, you can add a little bit of oil, but it's not necessary. We just want the masalas to be well roasted. And you will know they are ready when that beautiful aroma starts filling your kitchen. Once the masala are properly roasted and have changed its color, scoop them out of the pan and transfer them into a bowl. We will need these spices in the next step to create the rich and flavorful base of our masala gravy. Now in a grinding jar, add half of the chopped onions, 2 medium-sized tomato, only if you want to use it, garlic cloves, ginger, and finally the roasted masala we just prepared. I am keeping the tomato optional because recently one of my relatives was diagnosed with kidney stones and the doctor advised him to avoid tomatoes. So if you or anyone in your family has a similar health concern, it is better to skip adding tomatoes. Now in the same pan, add a little bit of oil and sauté the remaining chopped onions. Let them cook until they become soft and turn beautifully golden brown. This step is really important, so please don't rush it. It can take around 10 to 15 minutes. But this wait is worth it because these golden onions will add a deep, rich flavor to our gravy. Now, add the tomato, onion, and masala paste we just prepared into the pan. You will notice that the paste has a slightly off yellow color, and that is exactly what we want. Let this gravy base simmer on low to medium heat for around 5 minutes. After that, add a little water into the same grinding jar where you made the paste. Swirl it around to collect any leftover masala and pour that flavorful water back into the gravy. I mean, why waste all those amazing flavors stuck to the jar? Next, we will add a few more spices to our gravy. Start with turmeric powder, which will give the gravy that beautiful golden yellow color. Then add cumin powder, coriander powder, and red chili powder. The red chili powder will not only bring a little heat, but also add a beautiful depth of flavor and richness to the gravy. Now let everything simmer on low to medium heat and make sure to cover the pan with a lid so the spices cook properly and all the flavors blend together beautifully. For the last step, we will add the paneer to our gravy. I have already sautéed the paneer cubes in butter for around 1 to 2 minutes, and that was enough to give them a beautiful golden color and a rich buttery flavor. While adding the paneer cubes to the gravy, be careful of the boiling gravy as it can splash and burn your hand. Gently add the paneer pieces and mix everything together so they absorb all those delicious flavors. Then close the lid for one final simmer and let the paneer soak up all the flavors of the gravy. If you feel the gravy is too thick or the masala is still not fully cooked but the gravy is getting too dry, you can add a little bit of water and let it simmer until you reach the perfect consistency. Now serve the paneer masala with naan or plain roti and enjoy it while it's hot. I am hopeful that you will like this recipe. If you liked my effort, please support the channel by liking the video, sharing it with your friends and family, and subscribing for more delicious recipes. Till then, keep cooking and keep enjoying good food.